You could say business and buildings are hardwired into Buwa Binitie's DNA. He knew he wanted to be an entrepreneur like his father, but never imagined he would make a multi-million-dollar mark in Washington, D.C. real estate. We meet Binitie at an apartment complex his company built in the District of Columbia's Shore neighborhood. He tells me his path to success was a winding one that began in one of Africa's most populous and expensive cities.
It was great. It was fantastic growing up in Lagos. Just sort of having a family of entrepreneurs around, just lively. Lagos is a very enterprising place to be, right? So everybody has a hustle. Everybody's trying to survive in a very sort of bustling, also expensive city, and everyone is trying to provide for their family.
So you've known the hustle from a young age?
From a very early age, right? It's the one place where everybody's resourceful, no matter what. But also everybody has aspirations, right? My parents, they instill very strong work ethic in me and my siblings. But more importantly, we needed to have deep desire to succeed for ourselves as well.
I had read that you had dreams of becoming the next Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes.
How did that work out for you?
Not so well.
Binitie jokes that failure in San Francisco's tech startup world led him to make a fresh start in the US Capitol, where he persuaded a real estate company to take a chance on him.
And that's how I ended up coming to DC and working for this real estate consulting firm. And that's when, how Spider-Man became Spider-Man, how he got, bitten by the spider.
Right.
Binitie was bitten by the real estate bug, but he was living in a very expensive American city. He says as a young professional, he felt priced out of the real estate market and struggled to find an affordable place to live.
I've lived in very expensive cities, right? So I went to school in New York. I lived in San Francisco, lived in LA, and lived in DC. And for whatever reason, particularly when I lived in San Francisco, even after making a very decent income, I could not afford to find a place that I could live by myself. And I think that that's still the case for a lot of folks who want to live in, densely populated urban cities. You have to find a roommate. You have to sort of, pay more than 50% of your income to survive. And if you're living hand to mouth, which I did, paycheck to paycheck, it's kind of hard. I experienced that myself firsthand.
Binitie channeled that experience into a business opportunity, making city living more accessible. In 2005, he founded Dante's Partners, a boutique real estate development firm focused on affordable housing in the District of Columbia.
It means I get to build multifamily housing, rental property, similar to where we're sitting in today, and provide it to people of moderate income, because they don't have any options as far as housing choices are concerned.
Affordable homes don't have to look and feel cheap. Binitie's company has developed thousands of modern apartment units for low and middle income communities, including seniors and young professionals. Affordable housing is in short supply in Washington. The city is ranked among the most intensely gentrified and most expensive places to live in America. A 2018 report by the National Low-Income Housing Coalition shows DC residents must earn more than $34 an hour, that's more than twice the city's minimum wage, to afford a two-bedroom home with rent as high as $1,800 a month. Washington's Mayor Muriel Bowser is plowing more than $500 million into her plan to create 12,000 affordable housing units in the city by 2025, with a push into affluent neighborhoods. Binitie says one challenge in building that much housing is resistance from wealthier residents.
You have folks who've got, $700,000 at the time, $700,000 condos. And they were concerned about what my building would do, if anything, to their property values. And the type of clientele that I would be.
Is it kind of a
serving.
there goes the neighborhood?
Yeah, so
fare?
precisely, right? And look, we live in an urban city. Everybody of every walk of life, of every creed, race, or nationality should be able to reside in an urban city such as ours. And it should not just be exclusive to one group of or type of people. And we had to sort of go through that and reassure people.
Binitie takes our team on a drive through the city to one of his construction sites. Pointing to previous projects along the way, he says he'd like to see more mixed-income neighborhoods.
When you drive through the streets of Washington, D.C., what does it feel like to know that you're actually helping to change the skyline of the city?
It feels great. It feels great. I gotta tell you, it never gets old. Yeah, and it's weird because I wouldn't lie to you. Like, there are moments when I'm in a car and I can be in a car with, like, especially my friends of mine who are not from here.
Right.
And it's like, okay, do you or do you not?
Right.
Do you or do you not say anything?
We arrive at the site of a new development downtown. 140 affordable apartments. Binitie's construction team bring him up to date on their progress. Binitie says he still gets goosebumps thinking about what he has accomplished for this American city, for its residents, and for himself.
I still have a huge sense of gratitude waking up every morning. No different than the first day I arrived here. And I tell my friends now, and the same I'm going to tell you, that I firmly believe, like I did then, like I did when I was in Lagos, when I arrived and when I am today, that the streets of America are paved with gold. I firmly, wholeheartedly believe that that's the case. So if the streets are paved with gold, then I just have to figure out a way to get a shovel and
put a building on that street.
Right, and I still feel that way. I still feel extreme sense of gratitude.
Perhaps the greatest foundation Binitie could ever have built on are the lessons from his African parents about the power of hard work, perseverance, and optimism.
There's one thing that we all possess as immigrants in this country, which is our strong work ethic. I think it's unmatched. It's something that is just innate in us. So to be able to say that there isn't any kind of work for you to do, it's very hard to believe, frankly, as far as I'm concerned. Because whatever kind of odd jobs you can think of, I think I've had my share. I've done my share. It's because the truth of the matter, particularly in a place like America, and this came directly from my dad, America rewards hard work, bottom line. And it's true. And I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I'm still experiencing it till this very day.